we go. You tuned into a show with two big fat guys. Yeah. We know this is America has decided they want entertainment. Two big fat guys dancing. What's going on, people? It is Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster. It's a disastrous morning.
Yes, it is.
Take your pants off and join the show. I'm Ray Lytle. That's Creeper Steve.
Hi, boys and girls.
That's Creeper Steve. He's hanging out with me. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday morning, baby. Yeah. Take off your brassiere, my dear. Yeah. We are glad you are here. Take off your brassiere. On a happy Tuesday morning. Did you watch any more Olympics, Steve?
Yeah, I watched a little bit, yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to be culturally biased. I guess, I don't know. I watched the table tennis.
You watched the table tennis?
Yeah, that's crazy.
The ping pong stuff?
Yeah.
What is the...
Well, they were Japan and China. They could hit the ball. I couldn't even see it.
Really? Well, the Olympics are crazy now because Simone Biles, you know who Simone Biles is?
Yes.
She pulled out.
Well, she did.
Yeah, she pulled out of the Olympics. She was the big United States star, you know.
Yeah, gymnastics.
Yeah, big gymnastics star that was going to lead us to whatever. She pulled out. The Olympics are doing the team. The team finals are going on. It's happening right now.
Yeah. It was strange. It was strange
she
not
pulled
seeing
out.
any. Yeah, it was strange not seeing any, fans. I watched a little bit of gymnastics too. It's like they're practicing.
Yeah, they pulled fans out of all the indoor everything. There's no fans, which is crazy,
Yeah,
because it's the Olympics. But yeah, well, they don't want to spread because this freaking disease is exactly what they told us it was going to be.
Right.
It's exactly what they said it was going to be. It's not a shock.
Right.
It's exactly what they've been telling us for like a year.
Yeah.
I was listening to a replay of the morning disaster. When we go live in the morning, okay, and then after we're live, I do replays. The replays usually like today is the 27th of July. After today's show, I'll probably play the 27th of July from 2020. So, sometimes those are the shows that are playing.
Right.
When we get on, that's the replay. And it was there was Rocky and I were talking, and it was basically we were saying how the professionals were telling us, they're going to get a vaccine going and everybody's got to take the vaccine. And because if they don't, there could be blah, blah, blah. And that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we shouldn't be shocked by any of this. This is exactly what the experts have been saying all along. Yeah. So, but you'd think that Japan, they would have taken you'd think the Japanese would have taken the vaccine properly.
Right.
But obviously they didn't. Yeah. There's parts of Japan and then Missouri
Right.
where they just don't take the vaccine and everybody's getting sick and
Yep.
I mean, I hate to say it. People are dying. Are we gonna have to wait till they're killed off before we finally get better? Or I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, Nick is here.
Good morning.
So we can now start our TITTAY Tuesday. Hi, Nick.
Good morning.
It's TITTAY. It's TITTAY Tuesday.
The more you say that, the more creepier it gets.
Dude, that's how he would say it. It wouldn't be.
And I know. And back then, everyone would laugh about it and giggle and whatnot. But now, it's like, oh.
Yeah, he just seems so creepy. It would never be titty. It'd never be titty. It was TITTAY. TITTAY Tuesday. Yeah.
Jim was Quagmire before Quagmire was Quagmire.
Yeah. He was hey Ray. We need to do TITTAY Tuesday right after Muff Monday. I've talked about this over the last couple weeks, but he had every day there was some alliteration for every day that involved him seeing, body parts, and some Muff Monday, TITTAY Tuesday,
and the fact that you would actually have to sit down and figure this out. What goes to Wednesday?
Yeah, as wax vagina Wednesday, thong Thursday, fur burger Friday. Every single day was like a perv day for him. Every day was a perv day for him. God, I miss Jimmy. Just love the guy so much. We are here, giving you some happiness, I hope, on this Tuesday morning. Although Simone Biles, the big star of the U.S. gymnastics team, pulled out today. She said she had a medical. She says she has a medical issue and is not pulled out of the team. It's the team gymnastics thing today, and she pulled out. So, I mean, the United States is still in it. They still have plenty of gymnasts, but they still have several gymnasts. But whatever's going on, she's not in it. Hey. She doesn't have much titties anyway. Yeah. Yeah. By the way, congrats to Adam. Adam was the first person in the chat room today. Diane was the first runner-up, or should I say first loser?
Yep.
The lovely Summer was the second loser, and Carlo popping in third loser. Cindy 4 and West 5. You guys, there was the top people getting in the chat rooms today. So there you go. Yeah, I'm trying to. So Simone Biles is not in the gymnastics fight, which I guess is going on now. So she's not in the team finals. Oh well. But I was watching the swimming, because they do the swimming like the way they're doing it in Tokyo is they do the finals in the morning in Tokyo. Well, that's live here. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's, that's like 9 o'clock our time or U.S. time. So the finals of the swimming hit perfect. But everything else, they do stuff like at night times. Anything they do at night that we won't get here until, God knows when. So, oh well. Yeah, but I've been watching them. I watched some swimming last night. I watched some girls softball has been really good. The men's basketball play again today. They get going again today. The women played they were playing last night when I went to bed. The women's basketball team were playing Nigeria. And the U.S. women's basketball team, they are friggin' unbelievable. I mean, they really are. They're so skilled. They're gonna win. There's no doubt that they'll win. I'll tell you that. Yeah, if you get a chance to watch that women's basketball team, you got to check them out, Steve.
I'm watching the women's basketball 3-on-3 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Japan.
Just how he likes it.
You bet.
And then Eric just told me and just ruined. Eric just ruined for me what my plan was to do today. I was going to watch the gold medal softball game, and Eric just blurted out the score in the chat room.
Why would you do that? Why would you do that? What kind of asshole move is that?
I don't know. I think it's the first time. Is it the first time that Eric has listened to the show?
Ban him. Ban this person right now.
I think it's the first time he's listened to the show. It's his first time in, and the first
hell's wrong with you?
The first thing he does is come in and just blow the.
Hey guys, could you believe Bruce Willis was dead the whole time?
He comes into the chat room. I think it's the first time I've ever. Eric, can you hear me? Is this your first time you have ever been in the chat room? Of which,
Is this the first time you've ever been in a social setting?
He completely blew the goal. That was what I was talking about, was how I was planning on coming home and watching the gold medal game, or watching the softball game, and he blew. He said, "Hey," he gives the result, of which it is a bad result, so I'm probably not going to watch it now. But yeah, I had no idea that happened. So thank you, Eric. But I'm just saying, is this your first time ever in the chat room? Yeah. Well, that's cool. I mean, listen, that's cool. We're just giving you shit. We're just giving you shit, But so please come back.
Kind of.
Please come back. But yeah, it is your first your first time coming in is blowing the softball final I was going to watch today. So now I guess I don't have to watch it. Oh well. Yeah, we're glad you joined. Carlos says, "Hey everybody, I hope the Titanic makes it to the USA." Oh well. By the way, Psycho Dan's talking about 3-on-3 basketball. I've watched some of that 3-on-3 basketball. That's freaking fantastic. Yeah. I really like it.
France just beat Japan in the women's quarterfinal.
I'll tell you, I could have played that.
Once again, spoil it.
I could play I could have played that 3-on-3 basketball. I'll tell you what. I could have. I mean, I would hope the United States is winning both of those men and women 3-on-3s, right? I mean, I would hope. We gotta be. I mean, I was watching the women's. The women were playing China yesterday, and the 3-on-3 was a great game. It was going back and forth, and it's pretty cool. But the best thing is there's no running.
Right.
It's all half court. That's what I mean. I could have played that. I could have played that 3-on-3.
I probably could have played too. I just stand underneath the basket.
No, you got to move around more than that. But
why?
Well, because if you just stand in the basket,
I can't make any shots further out, so I gotta be underneath the basket.
Maybe basketball is not the sport for you.
I know it's not the sport for me. So.
Maybe it's not the sport for you.
No, it's not. I tried in grade school.
I love basketball. If you could be good at one sport, what would it be?
Football.
Really?
I was very good at football in high school.
That was your favorite sport?
Yep, my only sport.
What about Nick? What was your sport?
Do you think I paid attention to sports in high school?
I'm just saying, was there one sport that you like more than any other sport that you wish you were
Not
good
really.
at?
No, not unless like skateboarding was a sport in high school.
It's a sport now. God, it's in the Olympics.
I know, right?
I'm saying that I played high school football.
I would say if we had a lacrosse team or a hockey team for our high school or something like that, I think I would have been into that.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a sport that I wish I could play is soccer. I mean, I love soccer. It's one of my favorite sports to watch. I could never play it. I could never play it. I was pretty good at football, and I was pretty good at baseball. But the sport I wish I was better at, and I thought I was okay at it, was basketball. That's the one that I really enjoyed playing the most. That was a sport I played till, well, that's the reasons that I have so much trouble walking now is because, I was addicted to playing basketball. I just love it. Love it. That was the sport that I wish I could have been better at. So 3-on-3 basketball, when I got older, 3-on-3 was cool because we could play it. We could play it and not have to worry about, running full court. It was great, So it's good to see that. It was good to see that that was going on. Or that's going on at the Olympics. It's good to see that they do have the basketball, the 3-on-3. Fat 420 says Ray likes soccer because he can nap for a couple hours, wake up, and nothing happens. No, I like watching soccer. It's really, I don't know. I really enjoy it. And yeah, I make money at soccer gambling.
Oh, there's a reason.
However, I did tell you with my okay. So in order to get our new place, in order to get our new place that we're moving to, we are moving, by the way. We finally got a place to live. So we are moving. In order to get, I took what I had, I drained my winnings so that we could pay for, so we could pay for whatever. So whenever I told you guys how I do my gambling before, right? Mm-hmm. Well, I go until I get so much money in my account, then I drain it. And then I start building back up. Okay. Well, I drained it, and I went back down to like, and I said, because I can usually drain it, and I drain it to like $70-$80 or whatever, and then I build it back up. So I drained it, and I was like, well, I'll drain it down to 50. I'm good enough I'll get it back up. Except my first bets after I drained it, I lost my first bets. And I was like, oh shit. So it got down to like, so it was down to like 30. And I'm like, oh shit, I got to make some bets now to get, next thing you know, it's down to 15. I'm like, oh Jesus. And then it was the NBA Finals last game. So I put everything I had. I put everything on Milwaukee and won. But now I have very little I have very little money in my gambling account. So I've got to be really careful of what I bet on. You know what I mean? I've got to be really positive they're going to win, or I lose it. You know what I mean? I lose it all.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm better when I've got like $300-$400 in my account because of this purpose. I'm afraid. I'm so afraid I'm going to lose that I'm really hesitant in making my bets. You know what I mean? Wes says, you used to make fun of poor people buying lottery tickets. What's next, Ray? You going to start smoking? No, it's not lottery tickets. You're picking winners. I'm just saying that I'm really hesitant because I have like right now I have let's see what's my actual. I think that my total is like $30. So I'm very hesitant about gambling. You know what I mean? Because I've got to win every game. Steve, you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if I lose, a game, it's if I win a few games, then I'll be fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the thing with gambling is you lose what you can lose. When you're down in money, the way I am, you're afraid to make bets.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's just hard. Well, I'm down to $30 right now, so I'm not even having any fun gambling because I'm afraid to make a bet. You know.
Yep.
Oh well. So that's what I got going on. So the United States is playing Iran tonight.
Oh.
Okay. And they have to, the United States, if they want to advance, they've got to win tonight and they got to win big. But the spread is 40 points. So will the United States beat Iran by 40 points, Nick?
No.
In basketball?
Well, considering they lost to France,
Yeah.
who knows?
How do you think they'll do against Iran?
It'll be a 2-point game.
Yeah. Carlos says, Ray, didn't you win a Chris Bryant to hit a home run? Yeah, that's how I literally was. I told you I was down to like almost $0, and then I put money on. Like I didn't bet any games except I put money on Chris Bryant hitting a home run for the Cubs, and I put my handful of dollars on it, and he hit the home run. That's how I got to 30. It's my own fault because I cashed out. You know what I mean? If I'd have kept a couple hundred in there, then I could bet some stuff and lose and be fine. But now, when you get down to $30, you've got to
Now
win.
you're gun shy.
Yeah, you got. Thank you. That's what it is. A gun shy. You got to win every bet.
You have to find those rare, surefire things.
DC's in the chat room saying France only beat Iran by 7 points. So,
I'm telling you.
well, should I put money on Iran? I gotta say, I'd rather not bet than put money on Iran.
I don't think I'd promote that.
Yeah, I'd rather, like saying that Iran's gonna finish closer than 40 points. I would just give up betting altogether before I'll put a cent on Iran. Yeah, so I'm probably not going to bet that game.
Can you imagine the press if Iran beats the United States?
Oh my God. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. The United States was so embarrassed after they lost to France, right? I would like to think we're gonna have a big win tonight. Which I noticed, like there was 1 minute left, and the score was basically tied, and the United States is just shooting threes. It made no sense. Like this time, you hope that they'd get the ball and at least drive to the basket instead of playing like a bunch of pussies out there shooting threes with no one around them. They're just chucking threes and missing. It's one thing if you're wide open, if you're wide open and hitting threes.
And how pissed do you have to be if you're the coach going, stop shooting threes?
Yeah. They got to be embarrassed. Oh, well. How embarrassing. How embarrassed. What'd you do yesterday, Nick? Anything special?
Not really.
Just your usual work all day, go home, work out. And
pretty much had dinner, worked out.
What about you, Steve? What'd you do?
Yesterday, what did I do?
Yeah, what'd you do?
Nothing special. No creeping yesterday.
Really? There's no
It was a creep-free day.
Yeah.
Really? I'm sorry to hear that. I had no idea we had a creep-free day.
Mondays are off days.
Yeah.
Did you speaking of which, Nick, did you see the Decatur police the Decatur police they were in the Milliken parking lot, all right, and the Decatur police were in the Milliken parking lot, and they found an individual was, and they took a picture of him just in case this individual does anything weird. They wanted to get it out there. And so they took the picture.
In the interest of public safety.
Yeah. They're like, if some girls are missing or something happens, we took this picture.
Buffalo Steve.
We want to make it public. So
it's amazing how you could drive that van on the sidewalk of
the
university.
Well,
that's pretty impressive.
The campus is pretty closed right now, so
Yeah, there's the commons. There's a van, a big truck. It says free candy, and there's a creeper driving the truck. And I thought I'd share that photo right now. So look at that. Look at
Not
that
a creep.
photo.
And the fact that it's written on there, not a creeper, is free candy, not a creeper.
Yeah,
That's good advertisement.
the Decatur police wanted to put that out there just in case anyone has seen this person. Just in case anyone has seen that. They wanted people to see what was going on.
Crime
So,
Stoppers has never been the same since Sheriff Neil Williamson was gone.
yeah. But now people are trying to help it out. And Decatur police are doing their best. There you go. So there was the creeper in Milliken parking lot yesterday. If anybody gets a chance to look at that creeper, I know he's disturbing, but do your best to do your best to at least give him a look. You know?
Just stay like 6 feet away. You should be fine.
Yeah.
Treat him like he has corona.
Look at that. Just look at that pervert. You know.
Keep your kids close.
If anybody sees him, you know. That way, you know. That way people can, if they're concerned.
yeah, they want to get that out before school starts. So
Yeah. So when does the school start? Do you have the day circled on your calendar, Steve?
no, but I need to find out today.
Do you have your spot picked out in the parking lot?
Yeah, when freshman orientation is and everything.
God.
You're ready to go. Where do you when you go to Milliken?
Yeah,
When you go to Creep,
Where do you park?
just wherever there's an empty spot in the parking lot.
I'm just saying, do you
do you have like a series of like different types of binoculars and
No.
yeah,
like
do you
like a telescope, like a pirate one?
Yeah, I got one of those.
Or
Yeah.
do you use like a rifle scope?
do you park like you're doing something, you know?
Do you keep like a book bag next to you? Like if someone walks by, you just like, oh, I'm looking at my book bag.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I'm always looking at my phone and stuff like that. That way, if they pull up, they say, "Can I help you with something?" Oh, no, I want to pull over.
I'm just sitting here looking for my stuff.
Well, that's what I mean. Do you look like do you make it look like you're not there just because we know.
Yeah,
We
I try to
know-
blend in. Yeah.
Do you start crying? Be like, my daughter just left for school.
Yeah.
We know you're there just creeping.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, do you have it set up to where there's other things going on, or at least it looks like there's other things going on, so you can?
Well, yeah. Yeah, I usually sit in the big church parking lot across from the sorority houses. That gets me the best
That's the good
bird's eye
spot.
view.
But like, what is if the police pull up?
You
What
need
are
to
you telling them?
see the members of Kappa Beta Phi.
Yeah.
Like, what are you telling them you're there for?
I'm here to speak with the minister.
My God.
I have a meeting to speak with the minister.
But even though you're even though you're there to watch the girls, you will say you're there to talk to the minister,
Right.
and you're just parked outside the church.
Right. Then
But
usually the police will ask me, "Well, sir, why are you so sweaty?" Well, it's hot.
Well, sir, why aren't you wearing pants?
Well, that too. But
So you just park in the church parking lot, and you watch the girls from the girls from the sorority house
yeah,
when you're
well,
there.
I'm inconspicuous that way.
You're mega creeper. That sounds like something the Mega Creeper would do. Good morning. You're on the Morning Disaster.
Howdy, it's listener Adam.
Hey, Adam.
Okay, Steve, I got the dates for you. Okay. I guess I'm your sidekick now.
Okay.
The week for freshmen to start coming in is the 17th through the 22nd of August.
August
right.
17th, Steve. Look at that.
There you go.
Won't be long.
That's when you want to set up.
I am not riding in the van with you, though. No.
That's when you want to set up outside the commons or whatever, outside the dorms.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe some of them girls need help bringing up their luggage. Help them out. Yeah. Carlos says Steve's got his tissues laid out and lotion on standby. Yeah. Just sit in the car, rub one out. Yeah. Wes is troubled because your responses, he says, are awfully quick. And Carlos says that, Adam, you do sound like an accomplice. Well, yeah.
Hey, I just gave the date in case anyone was going to Milliken, in case there was questions. How Steve chooses to use the information is on him, not on me.
Yeah. You're just giving the information.
Yeah.
You're not helping in any, it's not like you're going
I'm not anxiously waiting inside the van for some girl to walk up and then, pull them in or nothing.
Right.
Well, I don't pull them in. I invite them in. Say, hey, girls, you want some candy?
I could see Steve in his van.
I hope Chris Hansen's listening right now.
Okay, so I'm not tying up the girl while Steve drops trowel.
Oh my God.
I see Steve sitting in the van, looking at all the girls walk in to the dorm room. Yeah. And him wondering, hey, maybe I'll get out and get her number.
This is my hell right now. Listening to a karaoke version of All Star and talking about creeping in vans.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Fat 420's in there going that his response was, is Steve listening to Smash Mouth when he's creeping? Now, you know what? I got to do a song. I got to do this. I got to do a Smash Mouth song for Steve. By the way, we did debut our first Steve Creeper song on the we debuted it on the Thursday subscriber show last week. We debuted the Steve Creeper song. I'll play it sometime this week during the free shows. I'll play it so you guys can hear what the first song was. Mm-hmm. So I promise I'll get along to it. I'll get around to it. But I'm gonna do one with I want to do one to Smash Mouth now.
And just for the people who weren't there when you debuted it, when you started singing it, you couldn't even get past the second line the first time you said it because you busted out laughing.
It makes me laugh. I don't know why I'm laughing. Nick, did I announce on the show like what my brother told me? Or I think I did on maybe it was a Saturday show. Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother Goose came up to me on Friday and he says, or whatever day it was, Thursday or Friday, whenever he was here, he goes, he says, "Hey bud, I'm worried. It is cool to make fun of Steve for this, right?" I go, "Well, yeah." He goes, "Okay. I just don't want you to wake up. I just don't want you to wake up one day and find out he's been arrested. He's been arrested with a van full of girls. Just saying, make sure he's not really out there molesting anyone. Or he goes, or it'll be over. No, I'm not. Steve's not really going to molest anyone. Come on.
Yeah, I really don't want to go to a trial and then have to have this replayed and go, yeah, he said that. Yes, that's him. Oh, that's right. Yes.
It was the day after that Steve announced. So Thursday is when did you announce you went to the pool, Steve? Thursday afternoon, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was. It would have been. He would have told me on Friday, so I would have mentioned it on Saturday. Yeah, he told me on Friday how he was worried. My brother's really bothered by Steve announcing that he was going. That he was sitting by the pool watching people.
Both times he stayed in his vehicle, getting his sweat on, however he was doing that.
I social distance.
Yeah. Yeah. I say, no, he's not really going to. Come on, he's not going to do it. Just want to make
the
sure.
The only touching was on himself.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
I said, no, he's not up to any. No.
That's what's going to get him arrested is treating himself like an amusement park.
Yeah. So there was nothing. There was nothing going on. No troubling, no troubling creeping exhibit,
I'm not on any kind of predator list or anything.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
he's keeping it quiet so far, thank God. Yeah, so Goose was very worried. Let me just plug something this week. I could say it to Adam because Adam can get it, but Nick, you might like this. But I have the debut show of the Morning Disaster. When I came back from New York and went on the air on WQLZ in 1996 was April 15th of 1996. And we didn't have a name for the show. It was me, Jimmy, Rocky, Mad Dog, and Ron Rector. There's no Sean, and Billy the Weatherman was on the show. There's no Sean, no Mikey, no Bodine, none of that. And we did that first show. It was that show is the one I'm putting out for podcast. That's the classic podcast this week. So that's for tier 4. So
yeah, I think so.
So you tier 4 listeners, that's what you're getting this week. I have never ever made this show available. It's the show is, I don't even know how long ago is that? 96.
25 years.
Is it that far? Holy shit. No way.
Wow.
April of this year would have been 25 years.
Wow. Holy shit.
You want to feel even older? I was 15 when that show came out.
Good Lord.
I was 17.
Wow. I'll be damned.
I was 28. I just got married.
Well, I'm making that show available this week. I've never ever made it available. In fact, I've never listened to it. I've never listened to it until I was loading it into the Patreon system yesterday. And I listened to it while I was loading it. I was like, holy crap, listen to that. It's pretty cool. that show is available. If you're a tier 4 subscriber, that's your podcast this week. Is the debut episode of The Morning Disaster. When it was, I uncomfortably called it the Ray Lytle Show. We talked about this before. I was uncomfortable calling it that. That's why we ended up changing the name, or one of the reasons we ended up changing the name. But that's how we, or that's the show for this week. So that's really a treat. I've never released this as a podcast. In fact, I don't even remember playing it before. So that's what you guys are getting this week. So just let me put that out there.
We're gonna jump back. We're gonna jump into the Wayback Machine.
Also, I was talking to Jason yesterday, and we were just bullshitting, and he was telling me about a time that he called The Morning Disaster, like why he called. He had a whole, reason. There was a whole reason behind it and everything, and he called the show, and he said, and he was telling me when that was, and I was like, now that would be interesting if I found that show and we made that available, and we ended up making that available as a podcast too.
Yeah,
me and my friend visited his studio.
Yeah, but that, when did you visit it, Nick?
It was 97, I think.
And you were there for what reason?
We were there. We were taking the communications and radio class over at the vocational center.
Yeah.
And we were just visiting to check out what it was like to be in a radio studio.
Yeah, but what time was it? Like what shift?
It was your show.
Oh, so you guys jumped on the air with us, right?
Yeah.
Did I put you on the air?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's the other thing. Like, I know when Nick was in high school, he also made an appearance
and then
the
my
show.
friend called our dean of students a dick over the air.
Oh, I sort of remember that.
You got in so much trouble.
So if you give me a date, I gotta get a date because I'd like to make that show. See, I'd like to make that show with high school Nick available.
It was before graduation, so it had to have been like between March and May of 97, I think.
Wes says that's how I met Nick, through Sam at that station. That's how you met Wes.
Yep.
Look at that.
I see. I got to meet you guys in 2000. I think you guys were doing a stunt where you were shaving Jim's head. And you guys needed a razor, and I was going to college at Lincoln Christian College, and I drove from Lincoln to Spalding with a razor so that you could shave his head.
That's awesome. Steve, did you ever call the show or anything? Did you ever?
Not that I remember. I might have, but I don't remember.
How do you not? You don't remember if you've ever called a radio show or?
No. It's a long time ago, 25 years ago.
Well, I'm just saying that it would be cool if the people who are on the show now.
Right. I don't know if I did or not.
If I found your first appearances and made them available, that'd be kind of cool.
If I did, it probably would have been in the early 2000s, probably.
Like just people in the chat room, like Fat 420 was on all the time when we were syndicated. He was on all the time. Psycho Dan was on. He called the show all the time. So, he'd get on. Carlo's been on a bunch. So, I'm just saying, like, there are some people who are regular chat room people who,
right,
got on a bunch. It was kind of every time we did the Thanksgiving Eve broadcast, Pete was on the show because he would bring alcohol in, and he would start the drinking. So whenever we play one of those shows, you'll hear Pete. You know. So I'm just saying, like, if I make these shows available, all you guys would hear yourself, and I think that would be kind of cool to hear. You know. To hear your first appearances on the Morning Disaster.
Yeah, kind of like an origin story, I guess.
Yeah. So I think that's gonna be cool. So I was in talking to Jason. I was just saying that would be cool if we put that first show ended up, you know, if people hear it and then comment, oh my God, I heard Jason. So I want to make those, I'll make those, eventually we'll find these things and I'll make them all available.
It'd be more of a, oh God, I just heard Jason.
Well, but think about it. If you hear High School Nick coming in, you know, wanted to take a tour and we put him on, I mean, that's funny. You know, who wouldn't want to hear that? I think that would be funny. I still get a kick out when we, on one of those shows when Nikki shows up. And she's, you know, and she's just intern Nikki. I get a kick out of that stuff. So yeah, we'll put those things out there, you know. And Fat 420 says, I was at some bar in Normal, Illinois, and was wearing an RVD shirt that had 420 on it. That's how I got my name. Yeah. You see him and go, look at that fat guy wearing that 420 shirt. Boom. That's right, because Fat 420. That's how it happens.
See how easy it is to get terrible nicknames.
There's not a lot to. Psycho
Always
Dan,
be aware of what you're wearing.
Psycho Dan called the show, and I can't remember why I called him a psycho, but I said it's Psycho Dan, and it just stuck. And the guy was called Psycho Dan for the next like 10 years. Every time he called the show, it was always Psycho Dan. I'm just saying that's how it works. And Creeper Steve was called, well, it was actually Holly is the one who first nicknamed him the Creeper.
Yeah, we should give her the credit for that.
Yeah. Oh, Dan says the reason I called him Psycho Dan is because of Michelle's pubic hair necklace. Oh, is that why I started calling you that? Yeah. Michelle had the nicest pubic hair, and I only saw it in the vial. I never saw it up close. But
What? Who says that?
So now we have Creeper Steve, and now we're starting to get again we're starting to get Creeper Ray.
Did you ever hear that bit with her pubic hair?
No.
Okay, here's what happened. We were she set up an interview. Okay. She says an interview with this guy who makes necklaces, right?
Okay.
And so I call the guy and he's on with us, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And then while I'm talking to him, he reveals he makes personalized necklaces. I'm like, how's it, how is it somehow personalized? And the guy gets women to sort of cut their pubic hair, right? And then he puts the pubic hair in this little glass, in this miniature glass thing. And then he makes a necklace out of it.
Pubic locks of love.
Yeah, and so Michelle was the one who set up the interview, and the guy was a great interview, but it was especially after I got out of him what he made. And so because Michelle set it up, I said, you're the one that's doing it. So she sends the guy. She sends the guy her pubic hair. And the guy makes a necklace out of it. And her pubic hair was a really nice color. You know what I mean? As pubic hair goes, you know. I'm saying that, you know.
Will this gentleman be at the state fair this year?
Which
making
one?
necklaces? Make the one
No,
making
no.
necklaces.
I don't even remember where the guy was from, but he did. He made necklaces.
Seems like you guys got a new business venture to do now.
Yeah.
He made
Creepy Steve and Ray's personalized necklaces.
So he made a necklace out
the
of
women have to come into a van, sit in the chair, you shave their pubic hair, and make a necklace out of it.
Michelle, you know, took off her hair and sent it to the guy, and he made a necklace of her pubic hair. And so we go to give it away on the air. And these people call trying to win it. One of the people who called
were lit up.
Yeah, they were. It was really a bunch of people tried to get it. But Psycho Dan was on the phone trying to get it. And that's how I called him Psycho. Or that's how he got the nickname. And it just stuck. It had a good ring to it, you know.
Yeah.
But I'll just say that Michelle's pubic hair was pretty good looking pubic hair. I mean, I don't, you know.
I'm sorry, I'm just sitting here with my head in my hands.
I'm telling you.
I imagine it probably would look better on her instead of in necklace form.
Well,
okay.
I'm just saying.
I'm working for your neck.
But listen, the pubic hair that
I'd be more attached to the person attached to the pubic hair than I would.
Yeah, but the hair itself.
Yeah.
For me, you know, it's been black hair for a long, long time, you know. And here comes Michelle, who had blonde, like really, I think it was really blonde pubic hair. And I just remember that the color.
So the carpet matched the drapes?
Yeah, the color to me was really, you know, was really interesting.
I was thinking that too, Nick.
I dated a girl.
I didn't feel good saying that, by the way.
I dated a girl, a really attractive girl who was like, her pubic hair was like a shade of ginger. And it bothered me. It was very...
and it bothered me.
Yeah,
it bothered.
I didn't like the color.
Why?
Maybe
because she didn't have a soul, or
yeah, just her hair. You know, because she dyed, she colored her hair blonde on top of her head. You know what I mean? But I'm saying her pubic hair was a red. Steve, you know what I'm talking about, right? You've seen.
I can't.
Yeah.
There was too much red in her pubic hair.
Right, I understand.
So I'm like, you gotta
red.
I'm like, you gotta trim that down. She goes, what? I go, you gotta trim that down. She goes, what? I said, trim that down or shave it or something.
That's right. You heard it here first. Ray does not like fire crotches.
I just told her, I go, it's just too.
I don't either.
It wasn't orange. I'm just saying that It had a red.
Tint.
It had a red tint. Yeah. Ha. So we're talking about on TITTAY Tuesday. So I just told her, I said, it's a little too red. You gotta, you gotta lose that. But she, to her credit, she understood. Yeah, I'll lose that for you.
Scarred her for life.
Yeah. Like my wife. My wife never does it. You know what I mean? My wife wouldn't do anything that made me comfortable. You know what I mean? Or feel,
I mean, she's already making you get your own bathroom.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I once dated a girl. DC says I sound like a creeper. No, I'm not sound like a creeper. I'm just telling you. I once dated a girl.
Someone's getting their own van.
I once dated a girl.
Ray Lytle's creepy disaster.
And I thought the pubic hair was a little too red. And I told her. And I'm just saying, she was so awesome. She shaved it off. And
she went hardwood floor for it.
And this is a long time ago. It's not like, the last
was this like
not like the last
before doing that was cool?
Years. Yeah. This is like late 80s,
Oh yeah, you're in full
This is the late 80s. This girl cut her pubic hair off. I mean, come on.
This is before the Dorito shave became popular.
Think about it. And this girl cut off her and this girl cut it off.
Make a necklace out of it for you?
No, I just thought it was very sweet,
It's very romantic.
Yeah. She really was. I mean, she was a really good girl.
Considerate.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
Good Lord.
That was really nice of her. She just trimmed it all
down. It was very swell of her.
Yeah. So I'm saying, if I go to my wife and I say,
you get punched in the face.
Shouldn't this story have been yesterday on Muff Monday?
That's what I was thinking too, Adam. Today we should be discussing the size and coloration of
TITTAY Tuesday. Yeah. Yeah, so I sounded kind of creepy. But Michelle's pubic hair was a nice color. All I'm doing is describing how Psycho Dan got his nickname. That's it.
And we're spending way too much time on it.
Well, the things I find important. I find Psycho Dan's origin story to be important.
But we never actually got to the origin part of it. We just talked about someone's pubes.
We talked a lot about pubic hair and pubic hair necklaces.
Well,
the heart of the matter was glossed over.
Yeah, the heart of the matter is...
So Psycho Dan got his nickname because he wanted Michelle's quote-unquote necklace.
Yeah, he wanted to win the necklace.
Who would?
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah. And Dixie says, I feel like this show and chat can now be used as evidence against any of us in an upcoming trial.
Not me.
No, nope, not me either.
I'm just telling you. Yeah, Michelle's pubic hair was very nice, but it was the color of the hair that I found fascinating. Because I think
You hear these words come out of your mouth, right?
yeah, but I think but Michelle didn't she didn't have, I think she shaved, she didn't have pubic hair. Like, well, there was one gig. She's such a sweet person. She's just super mom now. She's got these lovely children, and she has this, she's
Hopefully they're
super
not
mom.
listening.
Yeah, I'm sure she's not, but I'm just saying but when she was younger, she was just fantastic. She was wild and she was great on the show. She was so funny. But there was a time the Pickles we were playing the Sangamon County Fair. The Sangamon County Fair. We were playing it, and Jimmy and Shaner come out on the stage, right? And we're playing Lesbian Rocker or one of those Pickle songs. And Jimmy and Shaner grab Michelle, and Shaner leans over to the microphone and goes, stage dive. And the whole thing started with the guys walked out, and I think it started with Mikey pushed Jimmy or Bodie, one of them. He pushed them into the crowd, and the stage right in front of the stage was so packed that the audience caught, I think it was Jimmy. They caught him, okay, and they sort of and then Jimmy was stage diving, and they sort of caught him, and they ran him through the crowd and then threw him back on stage. And so Mikey and Shaner
I think I remember this story.
Mikey
now.
and Shaner grab Michelle. Oh no, Jimmy gets back. He grabs Michelle and he gives her to Mikey and Shaner. Okay.
Yeah, I remember this story.
And
I'll keep my mouth shut.
Yeah,
so I don't spoil it.
They grab her, and Shaner yells stage dive. And so we're doing the song, and they grab her and they go to throw her, but it's like when they did Jim, Mikey pushed him, so Jimmy went head first into the crowd. But when they grabbed Michelle, I don't even know how they did it. They had a hand, and she fell backwards on the stage. And as she fell, it was because she was trying to keep them from pushing her into the crowd. And as she fell, she sort of went backwards. Well, so Shaner had one of her arms, and Mikey had one of her arms, and they just sort of grabbed a leg, and they sort of swung her, and they went to toss her into the crowd. But they tossed her into the crowd legs first.
Ooh.
I remember correctly, Michelle was not happy about the situation.
Well, because she was wearing a skirt and no panties and no panties. So they threw her into the crowd to stage dive. And by the way, when she went out there were thousands of people in this tent. There was they knew that the crowd was going to catch her. But while she was being thrown from the stage into the crowd, there was no way around it. The dress sort of flew up, right? And so she went legs first into the crowd, and you could see everything. And then
you don't want to. I imagine you don't want to go crowd surfing and catch a random finger.
well, yeah, and so everybody's and they were really respectful that I don't think anybody was, touching her improperly other than, touching her butt because it was visible. But so the crowd sort of shuffles her out and then shuffles her back to the stage. And as she was coming back to the stage, she was coming right at us. She was coming right at us, and everything was visible. I mean, I ran to her, and I don't remember what I was wearing. I was wearing something, but I took off whatever I had and put it over her because it was everything was embarrassingly visible because of how she landed. And all I know is she was angry for a long time at those guys for doing that. And there was no visible pubic hair when that happened. So
I have a request, Ray.
yes.
As a tier 5 subscriber,
Yes.
is there any way to get Michelle on for like a Friday or Saturday show?
Yeah, I should get her on. I should at least pop her on for 10 minutes for an interview, right?
Yeah. I mean, that would be awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
to reminisce over some times. Maybe not this particular time, but I guess it could. I mean, whatever.
I'll see if she can I'll see if she can do it. Yeah, I'll reach out to her.
Plan it out sometime in the future, and then it can become a teaser, as in like in a few weeks, Michelle's going to be on. You can subscribe to the $5 tier and be able to hear it.
Yeah, she's yeah, and I haven't talked to her for her, but she's really is delightful. And yeah. By the way, in the chat room, DC is saying, "Dear FBI, I can't turn my phone off for some reason. I do not condone or endorse this behavior." Wes says, "I called the cops, and as soon as I mentioned Steve's name, they cut me off and said, 'We're way ahead of you, buddy.'" Steve, I bet you wish you were on that show, the Morning Disaster with the stage diving, the muff diving, the stage diving shows. All I know is Michelle
Steve's thinking, man, I wish I was out in that audience.
Michelle was so, you guys, she was so angry. I mean, I thought she was gonna, if she had a gun, she would have shot Shaner. But Shaner and Mikey had no clue that she wasn't.
Yeah,
I'm
sure Michelle was telling everyone that she didn't have panties on.
Yeah, I don't. That's the thing. I don't think, and no one knew she wasn't wearing panties. And by the way, why would you not wear panties?
Well,
why would
you're allowed to go commando whenever you want?
I know, but I'm just saying. Why? I mean, I don't
Usually
remember.
There's a reason you go.
You should not have the expectation that you're going to be thrown into a crowd.
Well, yeah, you're right. I mean, I know she didn't know she was going to get thrown into a crowd, but I don't think the skirt was a mini skirt or whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Well, I'm just saying that you put your panties on. Yeah.
Nope. It's sundress season.
You would not.
There's no underwear.
So you would go crotchless or panty free.
I'm panty free right now.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like sometimes I got to tell you, sometimes for Pickles gigs, I'd go underwear. I'd go sans underwear.
Like, oh yeah, say it again for me.
Yeah. It was hot and I'm wearing jeans and, I would,
Now next free balling.
Steve, if you were a girl, would you go, would you go panty free?
Of course.
Or would you choose to wear your panties?
Oh no, I would have to be pantyless.
So you would be happy. You would go pantyless.
You even said that creepy.
Yes.
Why would you choose to go panty free?
Well, that way you have plenty of airflow down there.
So you think
Do you need more aerodynamics?
Yeah. Airflow, aerodynamics.
What do you got going on down there?
Keep it cool.
What do you got going on that you need all the? That you got all that, you need all that air. Yeah. What do you got going on that you're in need of the air?
Is it 9:30 yet?
I bet female Steve would never wear panties.
He'd also never get out of the house. He'd be too busy playing with his titties.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, what's Steve doing? He's just laying around his house panty free.
Yeah. What?
That sounds hot. That sounds hot.
I don't think I've ever been more uncomfortable as I am right now.
Steve, bend over and prove to me you're not wearing panties. Oh shit.
Stevina.
Oh well. All right, thank you, Adam.
No problem.
There you go, Adam's the man who coined the phrase "mega creeper." That's Adam. Oh my God, I can imagine. Steve is a woman. Like even now, if you're a woman now, I'm not talking about when you were young. I'm saying if you were a woman now, you would go panty free.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. Even more now than when I was younger.
You'd be
The
all
fact that he's
about.
so emphatic about it.
You would be all about not wearing those panties.
I'm so uncomfortable right now.
Oh shit!
Feel dirty.
Way to go, Steve. Hey. Nice bush, Steve. Yeah.
And I'm talking about your beer.
Hey, nice pussy, Steve.
Oh God.
Oh shit. No woman over 50 should wear panties. They should all be panty free. Oh, good Lord. DZ says, what the hell has this show become? I miss hearing about...
Thank you very much.
I miss hearing about gravy guzzling. Well, I can't... Listen, I can't help it. Our biggest joy in the world was we had a fat person on the show who was drinking gravy. And then he decides to get himself all fit. And now he does TikTok videos of his working out. He has to make himself all fit.
I'm to blame for the creepy vibe the show is now taking.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
He has to make himself all physically fit.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you would have
used to
stayed
be-
Fat Nick, they
Yeah.
wouldn't have had to bring me on the show.
Yeah, it used to be we would talk about his gravy guzzling and all this fun stuff. But he's got to go get physically fit. Oh well.
Listen, Thanksgiving's like 3 months away, 4 months away.
Good morning. You're on the morning disaster.
Yes, hello, Ray, Sean, Gotti.
Yes,
How
hello.
you doing, guy?
Good.
Hey, talking about that concert, I remember that concert vividly. If it wasn't for me catching her like a bowling ball, she would have fell right straight to the ground.
Listen, that concert, I mean, the Itchy Pickles played some big shows. We opened up for really, really big bands and big venues and all this stuff. But this Sangamon County Fair show, I mean, that tent was packed. I mean, like the people standing right in front of the stage and all the way. I mean, the whole thing, it was so crowded that it would have been impossible to throw someone into that crowd and have them hit the floor. You know what I mean?
Well,
there was no spaces. There was no spaces.
Credit for that one.
There was no spaces.
My thumb hasn't smelled the same though. I just can't get.
And
rid of that,
no one was sticking digits inside her. That
would have been something.
Yeah,
that's not good.
There's no accidental fingering going on during that. So, and I remember I asked her, and she said no. She goes,
Well, that's what I've been worried about the most.
Yeah. Well, I felt bad for her because she was literally, she really is one of the sweetest people I've ever known, and to just go into that crowd legs first, and it's pretty sad. And
like I say, how old I was in that crowd, I probably shouldn't have been there, but
Hey, that was also the same night that someone shot at me. I think that was yeah, we were backstage.
They did what?
We were backstage after the show, and someone drove by and they screamed out something. And one of the guys in my crew screamed out, "Fuck you." You know what I mean? Whatever they go, "Fuck you" to the person that ran by. And so the truck turned around and drove by again. And then when it drove by, we're all standing outside my my bass player Tony. He had this little truck that he drove, and we were all standing around Tony's truck. And when they drove by the second time, these guys were leaning out the window, and we couldn't tell. Somebody was holding something, and the tires squealed or whatever, and so everybody was looking at him. And then all of a sudden, the window in Tony's truck just blew. It was just blew out towards us.
Holy shit!
And everybody's like, "Oh my god!" And somebody yelled, "Get down! Get down!" They were shooting, and they shot out Tony's window. But I was standing. I was right there in front of the window. It went right next to me and went out his window and stuff. And the police, the county police were there and everything. It was a freaking mess. But I was RTQ or whatever. Sort of dove and grabbed me, and I was, next thing you know, I was laying on the ground with RTQ. I was on the ground with RTQ laying on top of me.
Oh, geez.
And I will not speak whether or not he was erected.
Well, I have no doubt.
And so yeah, but it blew out Tony's window.
Holy shit! Wow.
It was freaking crazy. It was nuts. And then freaking phone scooter Tommy runs after the truck. It was a really crazy time. And then the the county police were involved, and I don't think they never caught the guys, but there was not a they never found. I don't know if we found the bullet inside. If there was a bullet in Tony's deal or whatever, but they knew the guys were shooting somehow because the police came and did a whole investigation. It was all kinds of shit. It was crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. That's how crowded it
Thankfully,
was.
they were a bad shot.
Yeah. So somebody was angry at me.
Well, you were a threat to Bob and Tom or something,
Well, I don't know
They were
what
bad.
I don't think it had anything to do with radio. I don't know.
I'm sure.
It was crazy.
You know how people are.
Yeah. It was crazy. So there you go.
God damn.
All right, buddy.
Well, that's a hell of a story.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Y'all take care.
Yeah. I think I told that story before, haven't I? I thought I told that story before.
No, that's the first time I'd ever heard it.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought I left out RTQ's erection. By the way, RTQ did not have an erection. I mean, God forbid, God bless him. Rest in peace, my friend. But no, I was just wanting to add a little humor to it. RTQ seemed to be erection free when he was laying on me. But I'll tell you, he was the one who, knocked me down to the ground. And, I mean, it was pretty cool. He's laying on top of me to make sure I didn't get shot. That was actually.
That's what the job was, wasn't it?
Yeah, but still,
That's
it
what
was.
kept you.
Yeah, but it was still really weird, that happened. And that happened backstage at the Sangamon County Fair. Oh, well.
Crazy.
Yeah. And I can't remember who all was there, but I remember the window getting blown out. Tommy chasing after the car. And RTQ laying on me. And Mikey getting so hot, he started masturbating right there. No, I can't remember what else. I can't remember what else was happening. I think Mikey was still playing in the Pickles when this happened, though. I can't remember because I also remember him being one of the ones that threw Michelle out into the crowd. So, I'm, who knows? All the stories run together, but yeah, I'll have to ask Mikey next time I'm talking to him. But it was crazy. He was either playing the band because there was a time he stopped playing the band. He was just booking the show. So, oh well. I like this. Nick, did you hear that Frito-Lay debuted a new line of potato chips that taste just like they taste like other snacks. So they put out potato chips that taste like other chips. Like they put out potato chips that taste like Doritos. They put out potato chips that taste just like Cheetos. They put out potato chips that taste just like Funyuns. But I mean, why wouldn't you just buy the,
Right.
like, why would you buy a potato chip bag that tastes like Cheetos? Considering you're probably
Cheetos.
Well, you're probably going to buy it. You know what I mean? and you're buying it from a place that or you're buying it from a convenience store when the thing sitting next to it is Cheetos. So
Probably
why
cheaper
would you
too.
why would you buy Lay's flavored Cheetos when you could just buy Cheetos? Or why would you buy Lay's Cool Ranch Doritos flavored chips when you can buy Cool Ranch Doritos? This is the new flavor they have put out. So they're basically putting out the flavor of, they're putting out the flavor of other snacks, but it's in chip form. So that's the thing taken off today. So there you go, guys. Now available Doritos chips, new flavors, which are other snack, other snack cakes or other snack chips. Hey, by the way, yesterday I did like a record amount of cardio. I have not done as much cardio as I did yesterday for a while. So I just thought I'd be like Nick and brag for a while about how much I was just kicking ass and working out. How much did you work out yesterday, Steve?
Oh, I worked out a lot.
What'd you do?
I went to the store.
He sat in the Milliken parking lot.
Yeah.
You went to the store yesterday?
Yeah. You got to remember it's hot out, so I can get my sweat on pretty easy.
Did you get in one of those rascal things?
Yes, I did. Of course, I did.
So what store did you go to?
Walmart.
So you go to Walmart.
Yeah, just drove around for a while.
All right. You get as soon as you get into the Walmart, you get in your rascal.
Yeah. I asked the lady first if it's charged, and of course, 90% of the time they say, I don't know.
Yeah. And so you get in it.
Yeah. Off I go.
And where did you go?
Well, I went to the bakery section first. Check out all the.
You went to the baking section.
Yeah.
And what
Then headed down the meat aisle because that's where a lot of women hang out, in the meat aisle. See, sometimes you can catch a lot of women.
So the whole purpose of going to Walmart was to scope the.
Well, get food
check
too.
Out the women.
And get food.
Yeah. So you go to the baked aisle. Was there any good baked goods or?
No, I passed on them.
Oh, okay. So then you go to the meat aisle.
Yep. Picked up some brats and some hamburger.
Yeah.
I asked this one lady if she could reach a chicken gizzard for me because I didn't want to stand up out of the cart.
Did she help you out? Did she get them?
No, she just walked away.
Oh.
I'm like, see if I ever help you, bitch.
Pardon me, ma'am. Could you grab those chicken gizzards for me? And she gave you.
She just looked at me like.
Gave you attitude.
Get up yourself, fat ass. Okay.
Carlos says Steve's not going to the vitamin and supplements aisle. That's for sure.
No. Pain reliever aisle, do go there. But not the vitamin supplement aisle.
Guess who's back? Back again. Creeper's back. Tell a cop. So you go down the meat aisle and you get some You get some sausages and
some hamburger.
yeah.
Then it's always a wise idea to go over to the baby aisle, because
Yeah.
that's where the young women are, and the baby aisle picking up diapers, stuff like that.
So you go to the young MILF section.
Yeah. Maybe there's a baby mama looking for a sugar daddy.
So that's the hope.
I'm not messing with sugar daddy, but
Yeah. And then where to after that?
then just kind of cruise around and decide what I want to eat. And after a while, I just got bored, and I had to go find an aisle to check out that actually had somebody to check out.
DC saying that Steve doesn't hit on fit women because they can outrun you and they scream louder and stuff.
I throw my walker in that case. If they outrun me, I can throw my walker and trip them.
So you go to the baking section, like the bakery,
Right, bakery,
the meat section,
meat section,
the
then the baby aisle.
the baby aisle,
Yeah.
and then where to?
Oh, then probably into the vegetable aisle.
What do you get in the vegetable aisle?
Well, I do like vegetables, so.
Yeah.
And plus, there's, not like I said, 90% of the people that go shopping now are women, so that's why I go. Always trying to find that one particular woman that might need help or suggestion on what type of vegetable to buy. Or
Yeah.
they would always like to take advice from a fat guy.
Yeah. Or hand you some chicken gizzards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be damned. See, we're learning so much from Steve, guys.
Good. I'm so glad I'm going to be entertaining and informative.
Yeah.
Learn how to creep.
And then you do what?
Well, then you check out, but you have to make sure you don't have any frozen goods or anything, because you're going to go sit over in the mall parking lot for a while. Just check out any women that are coming in and out of the mall.
Right.
You don't want anything to thaw out while you're waiting. So I didn't want to go home right away.
So you sit and scope out
Yeah.
with your
my truck.
Yeah. And your food that you just bought getting hot,
Yep.
but you don't care.
Nope.
Good old Steve.
That's the life of a creeper.
And where were you parked at? Which parking lot were you parked at? In the Walmart parking lot?
No, I moved because I don't.
You went to the
like
mall parking lot.
Yeah, I went to the mall.
Oh, okay.
Behind the mall, in the back of the mall, so I couldn't be so conspicuous from the highway.
Right.
Oh my God.
Little less traffic, but chances of getting caught are a lot less too.
Yeah. Well, you're just looking, so but no woman would grab your chicken gizzards for you.
Nope. I had to stand up, actually get off the cart to get them for me.
Chicken gizzard was code.
Yeah. Wes says you make. Steve looks like he makes good life decisions. Can you help me with my vegetable product purchase? Sounds totally possible. So when you're walking around the vegetable aisles, do you ask women to help you grab whatever vegetables you're getting?
Well, if I can't reach them, yeah. Yeah, if I have to stand up on a little cart.
Can you grab my mushroom for me?
Excuse me, ma'am. Could you reach over and grab a bag of celery for me? And it'd be better if you're not wearing panties. What was that? Nothing. Nothing, ma'am. So you like women to bend over in front of you and grab your items?
Of course.
Yeah, I had no idea. While Steve's in the rascal.
Can you give me some of that bagged salad? How did you like yours? Tossed?
So you Do you drive the rascal out to your car, or what do you?
Well, it depends on how much I have. If I drive it out to my car, but I will drive it back in the building.
Oh, okay.
I don't leave it outside like 90% of other people do. I'll drive it back in the building,
you'll-
plug it back in.
So you'll put it back in the shop
That's
and
correct.
then walk to your car.
Yes.
Well, good for
Yes.
you. Good for you, Steve.
Because so many people just leave them in the parking lot, then you go get on them and they don't have any juice in them. It's just a waste of time.
Way to go, man. Way to go.
So I always put mine away.
Pardon. Are you wearing panties? Are you wearing panties, man?
Well, you can usually tell that when they bend over, if they have panties on or not. That's what
So you don't have to ask if they're wearing, but you could tell the ones who aren't wearing.
No, that's when you accidentally bump into a display and knock something on the floor.
Yeah.
And then they let me help you with that, sir.
Oh,
And they come over and
excuse
bend
me.
over in front of you. Oh,
Can
no
you-
fancy day today.
Can you reach that plantain for me? So you'll ask women who are wearing skirts you think might not be wearing panties. You
Right.
ask them to bend over and get you things.
Right.
Could you reach that box of King Vitamin? Yeah. Bend over for me.
Hey, young lady, do you like Sugar Crisp?
Could you grab that box of Sugar Crisp for me?
Are you a fan of Sugar Bear? Yeah.
Because I'm Sugar Bear. I am not a pervert. I am Sugar Bear.
What's really bad is when you find a relatively attractive one that you don't think has panties on, and you accidentally bump into her, rear end her, and then she turns around and looks at you. You're hoping to get a smile, but most of the time you get this
No, you get maced.
No.
Yeah.
What? Wait, you accidentally bump into someone and brush along.
Well,
to
she
see if
has a
they're
nice-
wearing panties. You're hoping. You're hoping.
if she has a nice rear end.
I don't want to be on court TV. I'm busy.
You're hoping to get a smile. No, they're not going to smile at you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. They're not. That's not what they're going to do. They're going to call the authorities, or at least in their mind, And how old are these women that you're doing this to?
From probably 30s to 60s.
There you go.
So you're keeping it,
Options open.
Yeah.
Right.
But you're cut off at 60s?
Well, it depends.
Well, it depends if they're independent.
Yeah. Hey, I like women 18.
Hey, do you have your AARP card? Then move along.
TITTAY Tuesday. Yeah.
Well, on
Well,
that
it
note,
is. Yeah, it is TITTAY Tuesday, so I guess I just need to go somewhere so I can get them to bend over with their low-cut shirts on so I can see their titty.
oh my God.
So Holly says, if they smile at Creeper Steve,
They're down to clown.
let me just put it up. Here's what she says. Oh, wait a minute. She goes, if we smile at Creeper Steve, that's his cue to
Yes,
Exactly.
apparently.
further creep.
Yeah, follow them around a little bit farther just
So
in case maybe.
my advice to women is just start out being. That's how my wife is. My wife's rude from the beginning. You know what I mean? There's never any kind of right when it comes to creepy stuff. Like right from the start, she's rude. That lets them know to not, to not mess with her. She's rude right from the beginning. So there you go. That's her advice. And at least with me, that's how it is. Fat 420 says go to Knights Action Park. There's gonna be a lot of hot milfs. It's gonna be a warm.
Oh yeah,
day
you go
today.
on Mom's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I haven't been to Knights Action Park, but I imagine there's a lot of milfs out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever been, Steve?
I'll check that one out.
We know you were hanging out at the water park in
For Decatur.
Decatur. Maybe you should head on over to Knights Action Park.
Yeah.
You can go on Grandparents' Day and Mother's Day.
Yeah.
And check out the crowds. Yeah. Yeah, Holly says she smiles at everyone, but now she's wondering how many are out doing the creep. How many are doing
Stop
the
doing
creep?
it.
Yeah.
That's why you wear a mask now.
Yeah. Don't just be like my wife. My wife's just rude. And they leave her alone. No creeping. No creeping up the Deidre Lytle tree. Oh well. Yeah. Yeah. TITTAY Tuesday. Oh, we should probably wrap it up so I can go work out. By the way, I didn't go work out until yesterday afternoon. I got done with the show and I went into my bedroom to get dressed. And when I went into the bedroom, my pets convinced me to lay down next to them and pet them. And when I did that, I fell asleep. So I didn't end up going to work out until like yesterday afternoon. And it was so hot, but I got a good workout in, man. So today I got to go. I want to go leave here now, then go get dressed and go work out. So because my trainer is my trainer was not in, so I was just going to work out by myself. You know. So I delayed it. Oh, well. Oh, well, let me wrap up today. We'll wrap up today's show. Be back tomorrow. Yeah. By the way, for advanced tier Patreon subscribers, the daily disaster, it's Jim's trip to Memphis is what's going on now.
Listened to that yesterday.
Yeah. And then we have the classic podcast is the debut show. That'll be coming out, I think, tomorrow. And then we have subscriber shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday. How about that? I'm keeping y'all busy. Go to patreon.com/morning disaster and sign up for tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever you feel like giving, we'll take it. We'll take all of it. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great rest of your Tuesday, everybody. And if you go to the store in Decatur, watch out for Steve.
Yes.
Always watch out for Steve, no matter where you're at.
Right, you never know where I might turn up. The creeper is around every corner.
He's not promoting himself as a creeper. All right, we'll see you guys later. Take care.
Hey.